What's up, guys? Daemonxel back again with another solo leveling Arise video. Our main man, Alpha, is out with some great leaks. This is the roadmap of 2024. Basically, what's happening now with the rest of the year. He is doing this out in conjunction with Natto, putting it on Natto's channel. So, let's talk about it. All right, so we are going to be talking about the roadmap, what's coming in the next months to this. But first, guys, if you didn't know, I know you already pledged your support probably to another content creator, so hopefully for the next season, you guys will keep me in mind. But I am up there on the NetEase Partner Plus program. My name is Daemonxel. The channel is Echoes from the Front. I know it's a little confusing, but if you put my name in, you will find me there. You can give me your support there. I can get some codes out to you guys. If not, you can always support me here on the channel by giving me a subscribe, a like on the video, share, ring that bell, all that good stuff, all that good stuff. But let's dive into what is going on with the rest of the year. So let's play this video. We're going to skip around a little bit, so this way we don't have to listen to the beginning. If you guys want to see the in its entirety, it's not a long video, it's 8 minutes, but I will put it down in the description below, a link to the original. Go ahead and check it out over on there. Even if you've seen it before, just let it play, give it a thumbs up over there as well. So let's bring this up to our first month here. Here it is. Okay, so we'll play from here.
So let's start with September. In September, we're getting
so we already know
with Harper and Charlotte.
So we know that this is, and it's beautiful that we have the update on the top here. So this is going to be the 11th. So this is next week's update. We're going to get the additional of the Demon's Castle. We are getting our max level expansion. So we will now be able to go up to level 90, guys. We already know about the lollies coming out, Charlotte and Harper. We did a video on them, how they are going to work in conjunction with each other. They are both dark. One is Harper with the hammer is a massive attack. I don't know if Charlotte, I don't think Charlotte's supporting. Oh, also, guys, everything you're going to see here in this video with all leaks are subject to change. So things can change. Now, he's been wrong in the past before. Like when Yu came out, she was originally supposed to be a firebreaker. She's not. She's a DPS. When Tusk was announced through Alpha Leaker, he had his core damage at one number. They reduced that core damage when it first came out. So just keep all this in mind. Don't get stuck on any numbers if numbers pop up. But as you can see, we also have our next shadow, which will be Kaisel. That was the Shadow Dragon. If you read the manhwa, you know exactly what this is. But you'll see Baron riding this dragon. And looks like our passive is going to be defense penetration and defense reduction. This is going to be really good for you that are struggling still on the Pursuing Deathstalker, the Encore mission with the Scorpion. I know it's the hard. Like, I can do tier 10 of the Golem. No problem. I'm still having trouble with the Scorpion. Myself, I know, and I am just a mere slowly little dolphin swimming these waters, but I am still only stuck on tier 7. I can push tier 8, but it's a battle and a half to trying to get the right combination. But let's continue on and see what he's got to say.
They are both dark characters, and we're also getting Kaisel's Shadow. Kaisel's passive is defense reduction slash penetration, so yeah, it's definitely gonna be usable, I guess, and it works well with the new dark characters because they also apply defense reductions. So yeah, that's pretty much it for September. You already knew it, we already talked about it, nothing new here, like specifically except from the Kaisel passive.
Alright, so we're gonna move into October now.
Now this is where things get spicy. In October,
right, so this is nice here. So let's take a look here. We'll just take a moment. So we have Gina, who is going to be coming. A lot of people have been wanting Gina to come out. Yes, she is, I believe, canon from the manhwa. So getting back to actual characters from the manhwa, and she is light. So now you're going to have to make some decisions with that light team, right? We have Gogun He, we have Bake on there, but Gogun He destroys him as a breaker, so Gogun He is your new breaker. You have Cha as a DPS, but she's starting to fall off, right? Min will always be there as a support, so if she is DPS, she might be the new Cha. But with that, looks like we are getting a new raid. It looks like you're a roguelike dungeon. It's a boss raid. We're getting another level expansion. Also, guys, this is coming out on the 2nd of October. So the very beginning of October is when this update kicks in. We are getting our next shadow, which is the new Shadow Big Rock. So, as you can see, it is the Blue Golem spirit. So we've seen them in the main storyline. We've seen them in a bunch of the fights, whether it be the Battlefield of Trials, whether it be uh where else is he? He pops up in the gem fights, right? So it looks like his passive is general skill damage. So it looks like our skills will get a little bit of push on that. But we'll have to see what kind of damage and what kind of moves he does, because we might want to slot him in one of the either the 2 position or maybe the 3 position, pushing Iron out of the way. But what I'm really excited about, right, is we needed a new SSR wind weapon, and it looks like we are getting that with the Demon King daggers. And remember, this was the weapon that Baron was using on us. You're going to see that in the later phases of the fight itself, but I'm very excited about that. Let's hear what Alpha has got to say on it.
Gina, she is a light type. I know a lot of people have waited for her, so yeah, I announced a couple of months back that she was in works, and yeah, as you can see, she's finally ready to be released in October. She's gonna be releasing with the new shadow, the Big Rock Shadow. It's based on the blue golem that you fight in story and in missions in the game itself. It's a game original shadow, as like Cerberus for example. So yeah, I think you guys will enjoy it. His passive is including general skill buff to all skills. It should be pretty usable for a lot of characters, including the Wind team actually. Also works great for that, for Mirai.
So yeah, so this would actually be good to use with your Hunters team. Whenever you're doing a mission with just your Hunters, he's actually going to do really good. So you don't have, good on crit. You're not going to want to use Icarus. Core damage is really only used with Alicia, but this is going to pump up the skill damage of every unit that you have. Also, if we look here, the weakness on that dungeon, it's going to be light. So we know it's light based. So yes, you are going to use your light characters, but we don't know what the other weakness is. Now, it may be carryover, as we're seeing right now. If it still holds true to what Alpha said before, that the next Workshop of Brilliant Light, which we are going to get on the 11th, is going to be Dark and Wind. And Wind is being carried over from the first Workshop of Brilliant Light. So this dungeon may be light and dark. Just theory crafting here, but let's continue on.
And also we're getting a new weapon. The new weapon is the Demon Daggers from Baron. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys have been hyped for that. So yeah, it's finally coming. And yeah, the main thing we're also getting in October is the new mode that we're gonna be facing. Now I don't know the exact release date of the mode itself, because I know it has a lot of work to be done until it's finished. But yeah, this new mode, it's gonna be weak to light and also something else. This mode, we're gonna talk about it in a future video, so I'm not gonna elaborate today. But yeah, I think you guys will enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed hearing about what will be included in it. So yeah, now we can go into the...
So as we were talking about this, guys, again, like, we don't know when it's going to drop. There's going to be 2 updates in October. He's going to get into that now. Second character, we're always getting those 2 characters per month now. We're getting double banners. Netmarble's got to make their money somehow, and they're going to do it. So this is that original character that we spoke about earlier, right? When we did the Sharper and Harlot video, Sharper and Charlotte and Harper. I don't know why I keep combining the names. Anyway, their teacher, who is an English professor or from England, this is that character. It's another original character put out by Netmarble. It looks like it's Isle or Isle. I don't know, but it looks like she is going to be a fortune teller or fortune reader. So maybe it's probably going to be using like the cards, kind of like how Lee Or operates. So let's hear a little bit about it now.
Second update.
And this is going to be on the 23rd.
On the second update
Near the end.
We're gonna be getting Isle. Isle is the teacher of Harper and Charlotte. You will be meeting her in Harper and Charlotte Hunter story. She is a fortune reader, and she is a tarot card reader, or whatever it's called. She is a dark type character, so I think you guys will find matching her with Harper and Charlotte in a team will be very usable. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the second update of.
And as we see with Harper and Charlotte, how they mesh well and their skills change when using them together, I wonder if they're going to build the same thing with her. So that, in other words, their ultimate dark team right there. So does that mean she's going to be support? Does that mean she's going to be a breaker? We won't know until October when it gets closer to that date. But you can do all the theory crafting you want, but it looks like if they keep true to how they work together, I think we're going to see that happen right there. I think that's going to be a mesh team right there. And then you can have your other dark team with other dark characters and everything. I hope they come out with modes where you're going to be using full teams. Like, we have enough now with Gina coming out. We're going to have enough to make 2 separate light teams. So I guess that'll be good with POD. I'm not a big, and you guys know I've talked about this before. I'm not a huge fan of POD. I hate POD. I know a lot of people dislike. I know a lot of people push the scores. I got other shit I have to do. Right? I got other stuff I got to do. So I'm not going to be spending an hour, 2 hours on POD when I have other things to take care of. But it will come in handy, like when there's a weakness to light. So we'll have 2 lights, and when it's weak to dark, we'll have 2 dark teams. Moving forward like that. But I hope there's other content down the road where you'll be able to use these other teams as well.
October, not anything special exactly for Mono No. And now this is the big awaited thing you guys have been waiting for, the November update, which is also the F anniversary update.
That's right. November 13th, my man Thomas, my brother from another mother, my Hawaiian shirt brethren, he will be coming in November. First national level hunter. So I am very excited to see him in the game. Very curious about what his kit's going to be. But as you can see, he is light as well. So we are getting all these light characters. So it's going to be a little bit crazy.
We are getting the Goliath himself, Thomas Andre. As you guys already know, he is a very hyped character. He is going to be a lighter character for the new content that will be released between October and November. The raid mode. I think you guys will love him. He's a crazy character. I love his personality, I love the animations, the concepts at least that are ready. Also a character that I've announced a while back that is in the works to be released, and yeah, it seems he's slotted to be released in November, so I hope you guys will enjoy him. He's a very fun character. And
now this is all he's showing us for November. Now I'm pretty sure that we're going to get more stuff in November besides just Thomas Andre. Because otherwise it would just be a very flat, right? I mean, we're getting a lot of stuff in December, but let's not bank on that. We get nothing else in November. Because in that case, I think a lot of people would kind of get bored and move around. But they'll come back in December. So let's look at December now, and let's see what he's got to say. Now, as we can see here, the long-awaited Jeju Island episode that we're gonna get that probably as the storyline. Get that as a raid, and we're gonna get Baru as our shadow. And I'm really waiting for that. He's one of my favorite shadows in the Mawa, as well as we're getting our 2 hunters here. Let's hear him talk about it.
I think it's pretty obvious. We're getting Kanae and Goto. Kanae is gonna be released on the first update of October. Goto is gonna be released on the second update of October. Both, from what I heard a while back, are planned to be water.
Now we don't know if they are still going to stay water or not. Now, as Alpha League says that he found this out a while back. So everything is always subject to change. So we'll have to wait to see exactly what their elements are when they come out. But I'm very excited. I think Gojo is I think he's the national level hunter for Japan. I could be wrong on that. I don't quite remember, but I know he was strong as hell.
The characters. So this is very subject to change because this is actually all the info. We are also getting Beru Shadow, which I know everyone is pretty much waiting for, but I mean there is time, so you can spend already to get Kaiser or Big Rock if you want them. And
just to touch back on November, guys. I know I'm stopping and I'm interrupting, and that's okay. If you want to watch the original video, there's gonna be a link down below. But they did. It's not shown here, but we do know we are going to get the half-year anniversary during November. So there's going to be some events and everything else that's going to be popping off in November. So don't worry, it's not going to be a dead month.
And yeah, we're also getting the new JoJo Island episode. I think everyone is excited for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the roadmap leak for this year. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
So that's what we got. The rest of the video is just kind of music, and it's just, let's just bring up the image. So this is everything right here that we can see on the dates. I have it in the community tab as well. But I'm excited about all the content. We are getting a lot of stuff in the game to be excited. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the new raids. I'm looking forward to something other than Worship Early Light. I'm going to say that right now. I'm looking forward. So I want to see what this roguelike dungeon is. I'm definitely looking forward to the Jeju Island episode. However, I hate fighting the ants. We know they are a pain in the ass, right? Especially that poison ant. I really hope that's not going to become a raid boss. I hate that ant. But most likely we're going to be dealing with a lot of that stuff going on. But yeah, tell me in the description, guys, what you guys are most excited about on this roadmap. What are you guys looking forward the most? I think the two things I'm looking forward to besides the raids is Thomas, obviously Thomas, right? And I'm looking forward to Baru coming as a shadow. That's what I'm looking for. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Until I talk to you guys again, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Adventure safe. And on this channel, we are always one vision, one purpose, one front. I'll see you guys in the next video.